Show.
Welcome everybody, this is your host Roger Muntu, aka DJ RM as you like to call me. Yes, I'm at the controls tonight at Voice of America's RM show. As you always listen to this show every Wednesday and every Friday, I want to thank you so much if you listen to us in Tema and those who listen to us in Accra and Zambia, in Nigeria. We're about to take this evening with the most amazing guest, if I should say guest, because we will have artist and actor, musicians. He's all of that. Mr. Patsha, who will join us from Belgium. And of course, it's going to be an amazing show, as we always promise you guys. And if you listen to us and you really want to react to any or ask a question to our guest tonight, don't hesitate to send us a message on WhatsApp. It's +1 703 350 3731. Again, it's +1 703 350 3731. You can just call or send a message to give a shout out to one of your friends or whatever, because this is RM show and that's what we do. So I want to thank you so much, and I want to thank all Lady DJ and Nika Strong, who's on vacation. I just want to thank them for everything they've been doing for us in this show for the whole entire year, sending us the showbiz news, whatever's going on in music industry or film industry, whatever that is, but they're always there for us. We will take off with some great songs, and we will have our guest tonight. His name is Patsha, but first, let's listen to one of his songs. We'll get back soon.
Le fuego. Quand je la vois, moi je perds le tempo. Biggie, tu aimes le déhanché d'enfer, oh j'en perds mes mots. Et ça démarre, j'arrête le temps. Walou Jikema, cette coatrole, elle est Madonna. Ma chiquita bonita, elle est ma bomba. Ma bolingo malova, elle a du fuego. Fuego.
Purchase your tracks today.
I love this song because it talks about fuego and fuego. Welcome aboard again. This is your host, Roger Muntu. You listen to Voice of America, and thank you so much to all of those who listen to us in all the Anglophone countries in the world. My guest today is Patsha Mukuna, who's a singer and actor from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He gained fame for his lead role in the renowned African film Viva Riva, directed by Joe Tunda Wamunga. Despite having no prior acting experience at all, he was chosen to play Riva, a physically demanding role, as a small-time Congolese gangster. Viva Riva begins with Riva's return to Kinshasa, the capital of the DRC, after a decade-long absence. He arrives with a truckload of stolen fuel, a valuable commodity due to the city's severe fuel shortage. However, he soon finds himself, pursued by his former Angolan gang, who he robbed at the cargo. The film was a massive success all over the world. I remember myself attending to one of the showcase here in Maryland and in DC as well. I went to see that movie twice. Notably also at the 7th African Movie Academy Awards in Nigeria, where it won Best Film, and it was also honored with the first ever MTV Movie Award for Best Foreign Film. Following this pivotal role, Patsha collaborated also with a well-known artists and comedians and movie makers. Follow that success. Patsha collaborated with notable Hollywood figures such as Tommy Lister on Friday and The Fifth Element, The Dark Knight, and Malik Yoba on the you guys will probably remember Malik Yoba in New York Undercover or Copland or Empire in Independence Production. That's what he did, dealing with these guys. He also appeared in the film Hijack 93, which is probably his latest project, and we will talk with him about this Hijack 93, which tells the story of four men determined to overthrow their military-backed government. Mentored by a senior figure, these young men hijacked a plane and hold the passengers hostage to pressure the government, right? As the stakes rise and desperate measures are taken, the story leaves the audience with a lot of questions whether the mission will succeed, because that's what maybe the director wanted to do, is to leave all of us with questions. Patsha continued to establish himself as a prominent figure in the African and international cinema. Let me tell you again, let me remind you that he's not just an actor, he's also a singer, and an amazing singer. Patsha, thank you so much for the time you've given us tonight after doing that French show yesterday. You have time for VOA this week. We feel privileged. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, Roger.
Hi, Patsha. Good to see you again, man. You look great like always. I don't know what you're eating in Belgium.
Big shout out from Brussels.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to be a part of the show tonight. The early show. It's always a pleasure to be a part of your show.
Wow, that's great, Patsha. So those who are listening to us, I can hear myself there. I don't know if you're close to the speakers, but it's actually, if you can turn it down, maybe that'll be great. Okay, that sounds good. Now I don't hear myself. So for those who are listening to us, Patsha, and they want to know, how did you start your journey in the entertainment industry, and what inspired you to actually do both music and cinema?
Yeah, first of all, I was a singer in Congo, and I've been known first for my music in Congo, and I had a chance to be a part of one of the biggest African movie called Viva Riva. And as you said, I've been cast for the role of Viva or Riva, and I did this movie. I was an experimenter, but I did it well, and from there, it's like I discovered like a new passion, and I was really interested to go far with the cinema. That's why all the last years I've been busy making some courses and trying to give the best of I can in the film industry.
Yeah, in the film industry. And I was saying that you were a musician before, and now you're doing both, which is really, really amazing. And let me just ask you about Viva Riva. What did you thought when you were approached to do the acting, and were you like scared, because this was this is like the first time that was it always in the back of your mind that you were like, okay, maybe one day I'll do this?
I wasn't really scared, and I think that's why they choose me, because when they come for the casting, I wasn't there for the casting that day. So someone just came out and saw me. I was talking to my friend, and he said, "Are you here for the casting?" And I said, "No. Is there a casting here?" And he said, "Yeah. Do you want to try?" And then I went to this room, and I did my casting. I was really, really like free to do whatever, you know.
Right.
So no pressure. I was really, really cool, and that's why I think they choose me, because I didn't have pressure for that casting. And the character of Riva is that kind of man, you know, no pressure. Everything is just cool, you know. And I think that's really helps to do this role.
Of course, it really does, Albert. And you are working with TK Production, Thierry Kabuya, who we are very privileged to have Thierry Kabuya here for the very, very first time. Thierry, thank you so much for joining us from North Carolina, I think, right, Thierry?
Yes, indeed. How are you, Roger? I'm really honored to be a guest on your show. And going back to knowing you for quite some years now.
That's
you
right.
know, and just wanted to say that I'm really proud of what you're doing. You know, like I said, I always call you the Steve Harvey of Africa because, you know, you're always, you know, multitasking and hosting these different shows. So really proud of you, and I'm honored to be on your show today.
Thank you very much. It's an honor, as you know, as you mentioned it, Thierry. That's so true. That can you imagine that we know each other for all these years, and this is the first time you're appearing?
Yeah, absolutely,
absolutely,
man.
It's kind of,
but you know that's part of of your destiny and mine as well.
That's
you know,
right.
because you know we kind of coming from the same background, and meeting here through Nzinga and be able to accomplish what we say we were going to do, but. You know, I'm not going to hold you up too much, you know, so you know, you can go back to you know, hosting the show.
No, but I totally agree with you. It's your show tonight. It's really your show because it's all the emotion that you're talking about, and this is just great. And as you always know, myself, I'm extremely proud of you and what you do, what you continue to accomplish, and not only for yourself, but really for the community, for the music industry, for the African showbiz in the U.S., because you've been doing this for a minute in the United States, as we said, and we're really proud of you. I mean, you've worked with, as we say in French, la crème de crème, as Americans like to say. You've worked with the best in this industry, and I could not be any more proud than I am, really, of knowing you and get to know you personally, Thierry. This is a really you are one of a kind, and you didn't give up. You're like a role model to any of those who trying to put themselves in this industry. I mean, if they have some advice to ask, it'll be to you. And I guess that's why I'm coming with my first question to you, TK. And you are TK Productions, correct?
Correct.
All right. So what does TK, for those who are listening to us, what does TK Productions really does?
All right. TK Production basically is a company that focuses on producing events such as concerts here as well as overseas, as well as anything that's related to audiovisual. So we're talking about movie, documentary, albums, and marketing as well. I've been doing basically showbiz for a little over 20 years, and coming from the Congo, you know, let me just go back. So
please take your time. Please take your time.
I'm originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I moved there in 1994, so exactly 30 years ago. And ironically, when I moved there, you know, I always had this desire to be in showbiz, but I didn't tell my parents because, you know, African parents, they send you here to come to school.
You better stay in school, man. You better not mess up.
And then obviously move back,
right?
You know, but I always had this desire to be in showbiz, to be in Hollywood, because in the Congo, my idol was Teddy Riley and Quincy Jones. Now, the irony, when
rest
I
in
first
peace,
moved
Quincy
to the
Jones.
States,
Rest in peace, Quincy Jones.
I landed in Virginia Beach. And guess where Virginia Beach was? Virginia Beach was basically, at the time, the center of, you know, where Teddy Riley was making his music production, because he had moved from New York to Virginia Beach. And he had his studio right there on Virginia Beach Boulevard.
Right.
That studio, which was called at the time Future Studio, was located a block away from Pharrell Williams High School, which is Princess Anne.
Yeah.
So me moving into that environment, you know, just gave me even more motivation to be in the entertainment business, right?
Right.
So I will kind of try to work my way up and, be around Teddy Riley people per se, right? His crew, the people that he was, was always around, and just observing from far. So learning from that, really motivated me to, establish a company to do basically the same thing. And when I relocated in North Carolina in 1998, I started throwing parties. Locally within the Congolese community.
Right.
And from there, it became hosting big events and having artists such as Rick Ross, Clips, Trey Songz. You just name it. Whoever was hot was coming to, the parties and the clubs that we were collaborating with at the time to host these big parties. And from there, more opportunity just opened up. Being able to work with Bono, Sting, and all those people. And you know the story because, we have a mutual friend by the name of Nzinga.
Pichen.
Exactly.
Yeah, if he's listening to us, man, shout out to him.
Tremendously and plug me within, that circle and be able to accomplish many things that I've dreamed of.
Right. Wow, this is great. I mean, thank you for breaking it down for us like that, because it's really inspiring, TK. I'm telling you, it's really, really inspiring. And somebody's listening to us tonight and is going, wow, if those big cat can make it there, I can make it too. So, which is great. But let me ask you a direct question. Why Patsha Bay?
Patsha Bay was another contact that I got through of a mutual friend, Zinga. They met in, if I'm not mistaken, New York. Correct me if I'm wrong, Patsha. I think you guys met Zinga in New York or D.C., correct? When you were here to promote the movie Viva Riva back in 2012. And Zinga gave me his numbers like, look, you got to meet this guy. He's Congolese. He just did this amazing movie called Viva Riva. Because at the time, I was just hearing, about Viva Riva, but, it was not available yet. Because, going back 12 years ago, Netflix was just becoming popular, remember?
That's right. Yeah, I remember
and,
that.
nobody was really paying attention to it.
Right.
But myself and my artist called MB Holla, we were just always trying to... find out what is the next innovation to promote the music. And YouTube was really popping back then.
Right.
And, as far as marketing tool, as well as Facebook.
Yeah.
But nobody was really catching on. And back then, remember, even if you had 100,000, 150,000 views, it was big. This is before people start hitting millions and billions of views.
Right.
So, going back to how I met Patsha, Papi gave me his number, and we connected.
Right.
Connected right away. We clicked, and he told me, look, the movie's already out. It's available on Netflix. The first Congolese movie on Netflix. The first, if I'm not mistaken, full African feature movie on Netflix was Viva Riva.
That's huge.
And everybody came after. Those are facts, and you can check on that. All right?
Right.
So I connected with him. And then from there, we start collaborating on music. I would send him tracks. He would send it back with the vocals. He will come here and we'll shoot the video. Actually, we shot his first video at one of our mutual friends by the name of Bismack Biyombo, who plays in the NBA.
Right.
I think you know him as well.
Yeah, Biyombo plays for the NBA.
We shot our first video at his house.
Oh, really? The first video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The one NB Holla with Patsha, we shot that video at Bismack's house. Bismack Biyombo.
Right.
He plays in the NBA.
Shout out to Bismack if you listen to us, man. Shout out to Bismack. Yeah.
So he gave us the house, he gave us the car.
Wow.
We hired the models, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
And then from there, Patsha will come to do independent movie with the Nigerian producers, the directors. And he will host several awards. I think we've been to Afrima, Hapa Awards. I think he won in 2015 an award. And I think I sent you a picture with me holding that award.
Yeah. I think I saw that.
It was me. But, so he was just back and forth, and I would go to Belgium, and, we just kept collaborating until that opportunity of iJack 93 came. And he talked to me, he was like, TK, I think this is going to be, a great opportunity for me to be reintroduced to my public, because I haven't been really active yet, and the English speaking African community doesn't really know me like that anymore. I'm like, you need to jump for that opportunity, and as soon as it did, here we are right now. We're talking to you. So it's always about, finding the right opportunity and bringing along the people that have the skills to help you to take you to the next level. And, me and you, we spoke in the past. You always tell me, hey, TK, whenever you're ready to come on the show, just come. But what I'm going to come there for to talk about.
Yeah.
I got to have something.
That's right.
Something with substance to talk about, so that way I won't bore your audience and just talk about nothing. So I think this is the right opportunity for us to be able to help each other, because not only that, but we're also working with other major platforms right now to secure some movie deals that I can't really disclose right now until the ink is dry. And you are actually going to be part of it too, Roger.
I'm in, man.
I want to say something about Roger. Don't think this guy doesn't have just the journalistic talent. This guy is also an actor. He's a singer. Because I remember back in the day when you was hosting your show, the RM show.
Right.
I was just asking Zinga, who's this guy? What does he have the big studio like that? Because remember back in the day, you had the big studio.
That's right.
You were doing the video. I was like, man,
that's right.
This guy probably spent a fortune just to have something like that. You know what I mean? And then remember, this is where we connect. This is what you can kind of predict your destiny, and you can, you speak things into existence. You met Michael Jackson.
That's correct.
I don't know if your audience know.
Yeah, no, they don't know.
Michael
Not
Jackson.
everybody
and recently you met Chris Tucker,
right,
at Mutombo. Rest in peace, Mutombo.
Yeah, I was with Chris Tucker.
Mutombo's
just
funeral,
a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I was with Chris Tucker in Atlanta.
Exactly. You see the connection.
Yeah, correct.
You see the connection, right? All right. So that's just something I want to elaborate, because when the opportunity comes, you just have to be able to seize it. And just, like they say, you get a cup, take the whole ocean with you.
No, well said. And I'm glad the way you're breaking down also what really made you want to work with Patsha Bay as an actor. But a direct question: is this serious? Because I know you like to work with serious artists and actors. Tell me the truth. Is Patsha Bay really serious? Or he's giving you a hard time?
No, not at all. Sometimes he do get on my nerves.
I know.
Because he's always, TK, what's the next move? What are we gonna do? And I'm not even gonna lie. I give up to. I just give it up, because I'm losing too much money, and I'm just gonna focus and get my business, because I do have a transportation business here in North Carolina, and I do other things as well. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put this entertainment thing on the side, because I've lost so much money.
I can imagine.
The last couple of years, it's not worth it. And I was like, I'm just gonna focus on the right opportunity, and what I'm gonna do, if the entertainment thing comes around, it's going to be because God wants me to be in part of it, right? So I'm just going to let go and let God. And here it is. Here it is. But Patsha is determined. He's very charismatic.
Charismatic? Yeah, he's really charismatic. That's right. He is,
he's someone that kind of motivates me to get back into, doing the entertainment thing. So that's basically it.
And you see that's the thing also, TK. When you have artists like Patsha Bay like this, if they don't have people like you, usually you see because they are the one with the talent, and if they're not well supported, the talent is gone, and that's it.
Exactly.
And that's sad when you don't have a good support around you, and which is a big, really big. Yesterday when we had a French interview with Patsha Bay, anything I was saying, it was like, Roger, you got to talk to my manager. You got to talk to my manager. I was like, I'm in trouble now. Okay.
Yes, being a manager, amongst other things that I do, we kind of work behind the scenes. You don't really see me like that per se, but when the opportunity comes, yes, I will, show myself and, disclose what I do. And, Patsha is somebody that really pushes me. And, I always tell him, look, you got to be able to do an album. We already got a complete album with 10 tracks done. And he's just like, TK, right now is not the right time. He always tells me that right now is the right time. I'm like, okay, when is that time going to come? Because you have a solid album, but right now, because the music has changed, you have to be able to adapt to the new sound, to the new wave, so you can connect with your audience, right?
Yes.
So, there's a few things that we're going to do when the opportunity comes sometime in 2025 because he has 3 major projects for 2025.
Right.
He has another Nigerian movie that he's part of.
Right.
He has Type K.
Yeah.
Type K is that movie that's going to be disclosing the biggest airline accident that took place in the Congo.
Yeah, that's right. He mentioned yesterday. Yep.
Yes. Yes. And he also has Alter Ego. Alter Ego will begin shooting in February of 2025. And
That's soon. So that's like tomorrow. That's like tomorrow, right?
Yes, that is tomorrow. Yeah, you're part of that movie as well. We got a role for you, my brother.
I'm in, man. But listen, is this being shot in Africa or in the U.S.? Where is it shot?
No. It's going to be shot in Kinshasa.
Okay.
It's going to be shot in Kinshasa and probably edited here in the States and partially in Belgium as well.
Oh, wow.
But all the shooting will be done in Kinshasa. The whole team, the acting, the casting, the whole thing is going to be done in Kinshasa.
Man, that's awesome, man. I'm in, man. If you want me to be the cook, I'm not sure. If you want me to be the bodyguard, if you want me to clean the street, whatever you want, director.
My brother.
And my colleague Michelle, who called you, Michelle, Michelle, who calls you on the phone, my colleague says she's coming too, though, just so you know.
Oh, yes. She's more than welcome.
She's also an amazing actress. All right, so you mentioned music. Let's listen to this song by Patsha. And if you guys listen to us in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Zambia, in Zimbabwe, in South Africa, please ask your question on +1 703 350 3731.
Tika bango baloba loba, tika bango baseka seka, mutema nanga ezali ayo oyebi yango, tika bango batonga tonga, tika bango baima ima, mutema nanga ezali ayo oyebi yango. Je sais que tu m'en veux mais je sais pas trop bien pourquoi. On dit qu'une rumeur court autour de moi comme quoi je suis un gars qui claque son nez pour rien. Derrière les filles du quartier sans fin, on me reproche d'être un trigger qui pour les meufs offre son regard. Je croche au fond, moi c'est ton cœur qui compte. Je t'ai choisi rien que toi, girl. Tika bango balo balo ba, tika bango ba seka seka. Motema nanga ezali ayo oyebi yango. Tika bango ba tonga tonga, tika bango ba ima ima. Ça rime à quoi de voir des gars qui tous les jours ne causent que de moi. Vois-tu pas que tout ce qu'ils veulent c'est rien que toi. Combien de filles voudraient être à ta place, se faire couvrir de baisers comme moi je t'offre. On me reproche d'être un tigre qui pour les meufs offre son regard. Je croche sur faux, moi c'est ton cœur qui compte. Je t'ai choisi rien que toi, girl. Tika bango balo balo, tika bango ba seka seka. Motema nanga ezali ayo oyebi yango. Tika bango ba tonga tonga, tika bango ba ima ima. Motema nanga ezali ayo. Te quiero, te quiero, te quiero, you're my sweet te quiero, te quiero, te quiero, te quiero, señorita, te quiero.
You'll listen to the RM Show at VOA Africa from Washington, D.C. This is your host, Roger Muntu, a.k.a. DJ RM. My guest today, Mr. Patsha himself, and Thierry Kabuya, TK Production, his manager, and what an honor to have both of them. Patsha, listen, this is an amazing song. I love it. It's just awesome. And just because of this song, you have so many fans here at VOA. Like my colleagues who you don't see are listening to this song. They're like, man, Roger, this guy has so much talent. I'm like, you guys don't know Patsha Bey's word until you see him in person. Patsha Bey, quick question about Viva Riva. What, before we move on to other question, what are the challenges did you face during the filming of Viva Riva? And how did you overcome those challenges?
Yeah, there was many challenges, because it was my first acting, as I said.
That's right.
And the director wanted it to be like, how can I say it? A straight person with hair. Yeah. And I was shy, I'm
a shy man, a superstar shy. I never seen that before.
Yeah, When we talk about Viva Riva, you know that there is some kind of...
That's true. There's some actions there. There's some
really
buddy.
Get into it, because, I'm from like a Christian family. So it was really difficult for me to explain to my mother.
Exactly. Yeah, the family. I'm going to be kissing this girl in the movie. I'm going to be sleeping with this girl in the movie. It's just acting.
That was really challenging for me.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I mean, just to get to that point, how did you explain your close people, your mom or any of those people about? Did you actually succeed by doing that, telling them that it's just a movie?
No, I didn't really explain. But when I spoke to the director, he asked me, when someone looked the movie, what do you retain of the movie? Is that Scene 6 or the story?
Right.
And I said, yeah, definitely is the story. So I was like, okay, it's not only about like I do the same, it's about a whole story. So he convinced me to do this, and I was really like free now. And I said, okay, let's go, let's do it. And I don't know if my mother seen the scene. I don't think my father is. I don't think so. So I'm good. I'm cool with that.
You're cool with that. That's the most important things. And TK was talking how successful Viva Riva was, at the African Movie Academy Award and MTV Award. How did that impact your career?
Yeah, it was really many things come in the same time. I had many propositions from different directors in the Nigerian industry, mainly, and I had the opportunity to make many independent projects, right? And that was good for my experience, And when I came back here in Europe, I was like, okay, I have to do some French movie. But the French industry is not really an easy industry. When they give you a role, they don't give you exactly what you expect.
Okay.
So I said, okay, it's time for me to write movie by myself, so I can write and direct movie.
Right.
And I took time to make some courses, as I told you, as a director. And now I think that I'm ready to make my film. So I can act and direct in the same time. So that's why I just took time to make this like this.
You can act and direct your own project today, but you also worked with Joe Tunda Wamunga as a director. What did you learn from working with him?
Yeah, from Joe, I learned many things. Like how can I say? Excuse me, there's some word that I just try to reach so I can explain really good.
Oh, you're doing great.
But I learned many things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you learn many things that you're gonna apply in your own project as well.
Yeah, that I'm gonna apply in my next movie. So yeah.
Right.
Technically and the way of like direct the movie, and yeah, I learned many things.
You learn so many things, but also you also learn from collaborating with Hollywood stars such as Tommy Lee and Malik Yoba. How was your experience, Patsha, and what did you take away from it?
Yeah, I was really impressed first when I met them. I grew up and I was seeing them on TV, and that was my first time to meet like big stars like Tommy Lister and Malik Yoba. And I was impressed by the way they are serious in their works. When they deliver a line, you can see that they don't have the stress that you can have before to go on a scene,
Right.
And I was really impressed by that, and I said, okay, I have to do some effort to really act like them, being so calm when you're doing your role. And yeah, I learned many things from them as well,
Right, yeah, which is actually a really, really good thing. With the experience that you have today, after all these years that you've been doing this, Patsha, in your opinion, what can African actors today, and there are people listening to us in Nigeria tonight, in Ghana, all over Tema, Accra, and all those other Anglophone countries listen to us tonight, in your opinion, what can African actors learn from Hollywood and vice versa? What can Hollywood learn from African actors?
Yeah, I think that African actors can learn from Hollywood's, like as I said, serious in the work. And Hollywood can also learn from African actors about like authenticity, like when you want to tell an African story. I think that it's time for African to tell their story, So it's an exchange that can help both of sides to learn something. And it's always like that when two different culture meets, and yeah, there's many things that they can learn both sides.
Yeah, both sides, and that's what a friend of mine also who makes movie was telling me. But before I go to your other songs, same questions. We're gonna move to another song in a minute, but same question I asked TK: why Patsha decided to work with TK? Why not other people? So many people want to work with you. Why you chose TK?
I think I know TK like for more than 10 years now,
Yeah.
And I think it's the vision, in this event industry, when you meet someone with the same vision, it's really, really matters.
Yeah.
And I think TK has the same vision with me, and we know exactly where we are going. So that was the really most important things when we decided to work together. And TK is a really good guy, and he's really precious for my career, I think. Yeah, so that's it.
It's all about chemistry, man. It's all about how you feel like working with him.
It was a big chemistry.
You're listening to VOA straight from Washington, D.C. Patsha is our artist, guest, a special guest tonight. One of his songs now.
I'ma take you to Miami, I'ma take you to London, I'ma take you to Lagos, I'ma take you to Zanzibar. Baby girl, you know that I'm the only one to make your dream come true. You makes me feel like I'm a lion in the jungle, dancing around me, makes me feel like I'm Rambo. You the follow me go, you the tease my mojo. Girl, tonight I'll take you all around. Baby, you're right, do my best to make your dream come true, come true. We be baby. Jiwanye. Baby girl, right in my best to make your dream come true. Come true. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, babe.
You are listening to the RM Show. This song really, like Michelle also just agreed with me. There's a little Nigerian in there, Patsha, right?
Yeah, this was inspired by, Afrobeat, Nigerian style.
Yeah, very, very nice Afro style. How'd you feel doing the Afro style?
Excuse me?
How you felt good doing the Afro style?
Yeah, I feel good doing Afro style,
Yeah.
I can do many style in music.
That's true, which is good.
R&B singer, I can do Afrobeat, even some pop music. I'm okay with everything.
You don't mind.
I did some rumba music as well. I will send to you some tracks. Rumba.
I can't wait, man. I want to listen to rumba. I want to listen to it. I don't think I've heard Patsha doing rumba. Never. I'm telling you. Can you if we turn the music down, can you give us a little acapella of that rumba? We're gonna turn the music down, the card music down completely.
Moi je n'en peux plus. Kendenayo, cette fois ça suffit. Kendenayo, 0-0. Ma promesse au sol à qui n'a gagné sur 0. Gigolo.
Ah, bravo. Man, I can't wait to hear that song. I can't wait to hear that song, Gigolo.
Gigolo, and yeah, I will send it to you.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Let's talk about the your latest project, which is Hijack 93, and I was mentioning at the beginning of this show. What really attracted you to that story, Patsha?
Yeah, the director just contacted me and tell me that I have a story to tell, and it's about a real story that took place in Nigeria a few years ago. And when I read the scenario, I was like, okay, this is really interesting, and it's one of the biggest projects, like in terms of budgets in African film industry.
Right.
And I was like honored to be a part of this project, and that was my first time like to play military. And I just said yes, let go. I'm ready for that.
Ready for that, and then you did well. We can tell by what we saw on the clips that we keep seeing. Because I have not got a chance to watch the movie yet, but to the clips that you see you acting, I was like, well, that's my boy doing his thing, right? That's the way he always does his thing. So I can't wait to see it. To be honest with you, I really can't wait.
You will see it soon. I played Captain Ghana.
So what was Captain Ghana doing in there?
Captain Ghana is like a negotiator, He was there like to negotiate the freedom of the terrorists, and his role principally is to negotiate between the two sides, Nigerian army, and the terrorists.
Okay. Now, what message do you hope or think that the audience will take away from Hijack 93?
Excuse me?
What do you think they would learn from that movie? What do you think anybody watching that movie will learn from?
This is like a real story that we try to put on a big screen, and it's still fiction,
Yes.
There is some true event that's happening in the real story, and there is some act that the director took the liberty to do. So I don't have the ambition to say that I can learn something tonight.
Exactly. Right.
Because they know the story,
Right.
So
from the whole story.
tell a story.
But you are happy with the story, right? You like that story?
Yeah, I really love the story.
Yeah.
I really love the story.
That's great, man. That's great. That's great. Michelle, if I have TK, I still have TK. TK, so definitely this is your artist, Patsha Bay, and we were saying how many years you've been in the industry. What makes it so hard for? And I had that question from one of the listeners. What makes it so hard for African artists to make it big here in the U.S.?
Well, it's funny that you asked that question, and thank you actually for asking that question. Number one, for us, what we call the francophone artists,
Yes.
the ones speaking French,
Right.
it's the language barrier.
Okay.
To be able to connect with the American audience, which, believe it or not, the American audience is very conservative. Being in this country for 30 years, and probably the same for you, you can see how hard it is for most Native Americans, including the second, third, generation Americans,
Right.
are open to can be open to outside influence, right? Because you can be an American and think this is it. This is just the world, right? Because there's so many diversity. There's so many variety of culture here, right?
Yeah.
So being influenced by an outside sound and language is very, very difficult. That is number one for us Francophone artists, and number two is the sound. So that's why I tip my hat to the Afrobeat artists that have fought for years with the help of their government to be able to
be where they are,
penetrate
right.
the American music market and be able to dominate as well. Because right now, the top 5 Afrobeat artists are basically neck to neck with the U.S. artists when number wise. And I bet
you Burna Boy's one of them.
Yeah, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido.
There you go.
Those three, the three-head monsters, are really dominating the market right now. When it comes to the streaming, the shows, the music sales. The numbers are there. Anybody can go verify. Because we have access to technology now. But for us, there's still hope. Because music is about a feeling, right?
Yes.
No matter what the language you're speaking, you sing in. It's about if you catch that ear, you catch that feeling. Then yes, you can definitely be attracted to that. Perfect example.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Stromae.
Yes, Stromae from Belgium.
Very, very strong U.S. core fan base to a point where he comes to the U.S. He doesn't even promote, but he sells out arena.
But I mean, but you mentioning barrier, language barrier. But I don't think he speaks English, right? So what makes him?
Yes. Stromae doesn't speak English, and Stromae is one of the very first artists, of this generation that have, broken those doors and opened it up wide open, And now you have the games that's coming in, the Daju, the Take, and everybody else is coming, but they're not as dominant as our brothers and sisters from Nigeria, because they have the advantage because of the language. But I think with the right support, with the right marketing and promotion, we can definitely get to that level.
Marketing and good support, and
yes.
that can definitely do that. And like you said, we've seen brothers from Nigeria, from Ghana, really excelling on that industry today, and so many Americans now are into that Afrobeat and anything that's coming from Africa. We've seen Beyonce doing some stuff with African background. We've seen Jay-Z.
Artists have done Afrobeat.
We've seen Jay-Z, right,
from top to bottom.
right. We've seen Kanye West. We've seen you name it. That's would you say that this is African time?
It is. It is. And we have to seize this opportunity to be able to reach out to the brothers and sisters that have also the talent but not the opportunity. I like what again, the Nigerian, the Ghanaian artists are doing. They hosting festival where they bringing artists with 1 or 2 singles, or the artists with the hot singles at the time, and they let them perform to the American audience. They're hosting festival throughout the country and throughout the world, and they right now. The Afrobeat is really ruling the music industry, believe it or not. That's just the reality. Yeah. And I think we can also do the same exact thing, because it's about we're not going to reinvent the wheel.
The wheel.
We can just innovate.
Right.
We can just innovate. And I have other projects that I'm going to be hopefully get the funding for next year to be able to do something similar. Also to bring, the artists from the French-speaking countries. And it's unfortunate that artists like Stromae kind of retired from the music industry.
I'm telling you.
But if he was still, there, then we could have kind of used his fan base and be able to expose other artists. But
because the fan base is gone. As they retire, the fan base is gone.
Yeah, the fan base is gone. They grow up. They move on to other things. And it's good that we still have the Daju, the games, still doing their thing, but not like Stromae has done it. This guy.
Right.
I went to a show in Madison Square. I was just blown away. The guy did not speak a word in English, and you had 18,000 people, just singing word to word to something. I'm looking around, I'm like, there's no way there could be 18,000 French-speaking people here. There's no way, So that's what I say. Music doesn't have any type of, there's no border, there's no limit. But it's just be able to captivate and capture that audience, you know. And I used to think that, the language is the barrier.
Yeah.
But it's no longer, especially with this generation that are, so open to other cultures.
To other culture, other languages.
Social media, because you take groups that, K-pop group, which is basically stand for Korean pop.
Right.
Korean pop is super hot.
Yeah.
And those guys, they're speaking in Korean.
Oh, they're taking it. That's right.
They have some song in English.
Yep.
But you have to see the numbers they're putting when it comes to the U.S. They sell out arenas, man.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? How? And you go back, you see promotion, marketing, support from the government. That's all.
That's it. That's all you need. That's right. TK, stay with us. Music again before we say goodbye.
Thank you.
Zach on the beat.
Dans un bar à chicha. Je l'ai vu se poser au calme dans sa tenue fuchsia. Les yeux dans les yeux, on se lançait des regards.
You are listening to the RM show. Patsha on the phone and TK. TK, who's producing beats now for Patsha? Is that you or somebody else?
I do some of the beats. I collaborate with multiple producers here. Notably, Ism. Ism is a very talented producer that have worked with French Montana, Chris Brown, amongst other artists. So I collaborate with him from time to time. I still collaborate with MB Holla, who I used to manage back in the day.
Right.
He still, do beats as needed, but he's busy being an engineer for IBM and making a lot of money.
Right. Wow. Wow.
And Patsha also makes beats himself, and he has other producer that he works with in Belgium as well.
That is great because what we're noticing is that all Patsha Bai's music is actually mixed with so many beats, so many genres. Patsha Bai, I really want to congratulate you. Thank you so much, Patsha Bai, for being here with us. I know it's late where you are, but we want to thank you again for being our guest on RM Show English tonight.
Thank you so much. I just want to notice that the beats that you just played now, it's a Tanzanian producer called Zach. Zach on the really talented.
Very talented also because you need to see like
a piano style,
Yeah, it's like a piano style. 10 people here dancing in the studio where you can't see them, but we're dancing off your beat on the background. Thank you, Patsha Bai, and have a good night where you are. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Super. TK, I want to thank you again, bro. Thank you so much for the time and what you did for us to have this interview with your artists.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored, and keep doing your thing. We always going to support you, even from far. And because you have really a bright future.
I appreciate it,
journalism. It's big things are coming. Trust me.
I appreciate it.
Things are coming.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was TK and Patsha Bai. Thank you so much to Michelle. Michelle, who's our engineer? I can't see you today. Is that Jumbe? Yeah, Jumbe. Thank you, Jumbe. And Rob McLean did. Thank you to Rob McLean. And thanks to you all for staying tuned. God bless. Peace, Africa.